In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible limited team for Season 3, Week 1 in NBA 2K23. My team, as you guys can see on the screen, these are going to be the game requirements. You may use up to 2 diamond cards, you may use up to 2 amethyst, and the remaining cards have to be or must be ruby or lower. And then, of course, you can't use any free agent cards. You get 2 diamonds and 2 amethysts as well, and then the remaining cards must be ruby or lower. I do kind of like that limited requirement. I don't really like the limited requirements when you have to only use like 2 amethyst cards, or you really can only use like ruby cards. So I like the fact that at least we are going to get 2 diamonds. So for my best possible team at the point guard spot, I'm going to go for Diamond Stephon Marbury. I think he's an amazing point guard, especially for only being a diamond. And I feel like for a limited team, when you only get 2 diamonds, you want to have a really good offensive card to at least carry you in limited. So I'm going to go with Marbury for my point guard spot. You can also go with some other really good diamond point guards like Garland, DeJounte Murray, Alex Caruso, De'Aaron Fox, whatever point guard you want to go with. Like, those are all really good options. But for me, I'm going to go with Marbury at that point guard spot. Now, scrolling over to center, we are going to use the Diamond Kristaps. Now, the reason why I want to go for a point guard and a center, I feel like in limited and just in any game mode in general, having a really good point guard and a really good center, I feel like matters the most in my team, because you want a good center who can stretch the floor, play defense, grab rebounds, all that type of stuff. And then at point guard, you want to have a good floor general, good rim runner, good 3-point shooter, and also be a great defender as well. So for limited, if we get 2 diamond cards, I'm going to use my diamond on Kristaps Porzingis and then use my other diamond on Stephon Marbury, who I think are 2 of the best diamond cards in the game. Literally, I think Kristaps the best diamond card, and then Marbury is the second best in my opinion. Now, talking about the other spots, the shooting guard, small forward, and power forward position. For shooting guard, I'm going to go with the Amethyst Kelly Oubre Jr. I think he's one of the better Amethyst cards in the game. He's a 6'7" shooting guard, so great height for that shooting guard spot. And stats wise, he's got like an 87 3 ball, 88 mid-range, 85 driving dunk, and he's going to be pretty fast as well, having 90 speed and 90 acceleration. So he is going to be our starting shooting guard. Now for our starting power forward, I don't actually have the card, but it's going to be the Amethyst Robert Williams. Robert Williams III, I think that's what his name is. He's actually a really good power forward for being an Amethyst. I'll go show you guys his card on the auction house. So I'm just going to put his Emerald card in the lineup, but he would be our starting power forward. So now let me quickly go over to the auction house and just show you guys who I would use, for these power forward and for the small forward position. So Robert Williams, obviously, like I said, gonna be our power forward. But what I did to go find the small forward is I went over to the Season 3 Fire and Ice set, and I was looking through some of these cards and seeing who could maybe play in the squad, and I did find this Saddiq Bey card in the Season 3 Select. I think he actually looks to be a pretty decent small forward as well, at least for a Ruby and under card. Like, there's not really that many good Ruby cards in the game, and I feel like Saddiq Bey is actually pretty solid. He's 6'7", he's got an 87 3 ball, 85 mid-range, 80 driving dunk is pretty decent. He's going to be all around a great defender, 80 block, 80 steal, 84 perimeter, with also having an 82 interior defense as well, 84 speed, 84 acceleration. He's got 20 gold badges. I think he's going to be one of the better Ruby Amethyst, or one of the better small forward Ruby cards in the game. So he is going to be our starting small forward. And then our power forward position, like I said, it's going to be this glitch Robert Williams, who unfortunately I don't actually have. I'll have to go buy him after this video, but he is actually a really good Amethyst card for only about 4,000 MT, and he can play that power forward position. So let me go quickly buy him and then obviously add him to my squad, because he is going to be our starting power forward. I think he's a great pickup. He's going to be a great defender and give us some really good defense at that power forward spot next to a guy like Kristaps. So let's just go quickly add him into the lineup here, and then obviously get rid of Robert Williams. So then small forward, like I said, would be Saddiq Bey. I'll go buy his Ruby card when he drops a little bit later in price. Like, his later tonight, he'll definitely drop in price a little bit more. He's just expensive because the new cards came out. So that's going to be the starting lineup: Stephon Marbury, Kelly Oubre Jr., the Ruby Saddiq Bey, Robert Williams, and Kristaps. And then for the bench at the backup point guard position, I'm not exactly sure too many good Ruby point guards. Like, maybe Dave Bing is solid, I'm not exactly sure. 6'3", can't really dunk the ball that well, so I don't think he's going to be very good. I would just go with the safe, John Moran. He's still very, very good for limited if you need a backup point guard. I don't really even use my bench in limited too much, but he's actually not that bad, at least offensively for a point guard, for a Ruby card. That's actually not that bad. So he's going to be our backup point guard. For a backup shooting guard, if you guys have the Ruby Keldon Johnson, I would definitely recommend running him. He's a really good Ruby card, especially for being free. And you guys are also just want to find some good Ruby cards in the game, go to the new Season 3, the Fire and Ice set, whatever it's called. Go to that set and look through there. There's a ton of good cards, a ton of good Ruby cards you can find. Like, if you look through here, you can just scroll through and see if there's any cards you like Kevin Martin, for example, right? 6'7" shooting guard, 93 ball, 92 mid-range. So he might be in the lineup just because he's an amazing sharpshooter with 12 gold badges. So he could also play maybe over a guy like Keldon Johnson. So just for now, I'm going to put him in my lineup. I think Keldon Johnson might be a little bit better. There's also John Starks as well. So there's some really good Ruby cards in these new Season 3 Ice and Fire sets. And then for the backup small forward position, it's going to be another, what's it called? It's going to be another Season 3 Ice and Fire set, whatever the set's called. It's going to be this Sapphire Robert Covington. I think he's an amazing small forward for being a Sapphire. He's 6'7", and he's going to give you some really good defense, 85 block, 85 steal, 85 perimeter with an 80 interior defense as well. So he is going to be our backup small forward. And then our backup power forward is a card that I go to a lot with in limited, and that is going to be the Sapphire Daniel Marshall. I still think he's an amazing power forward. He's 6'9", and he's got a great jump shot as well. Reminds me a lot of a budget worthy. And then for the backup center position to round off the best limited team, I would just go with the Ruby Anthony Davis. Always a safe, good center. He can shoot threes, and he's just going to be a really good center as well, especially for a Ruby card. And then the rest of these cards would just be gold. So this would be my best possible limited team. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, and let me know some upgrades you guys would make to the squad. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.